It's basically a way to approach people. We're the same. We all believe in God.
Believe Jesus died on the cross?
I believe in God and you believe in God.
Jesus
Just
died on the
highlight
cross
that.
for you?
Highlight
I don't
that.
believe a God.
Do you believe Jesus died on the cross for you?
I
Do you believe he
can't
died on the cross for your sins?
Of course not. Of course not.
So we don't share the same beliefs.
I can count over 109 verses from the Quran that justify violence in the name of Islam.
The same
Why is Hitler going to go to hell?
because he killed lots of people.
So did Muhammad.
Okay, not my Muhammad. And that's
So Muhammad never
that's
fought a
the
holy
thing.
war.
That's
No,
the
he
thing.
did.
That's the
So
thing.
did he kill anybody?
But can please like listen.
Christ's forgiveness of
Christ's forgiveness.
Christ's forgiveness.
Christ's forgiveness ministry.
Christ's forgiveness ministry.
If you publicly promote Christianity and convert those who are not Christian into Christianity from the Islamic faith, you can find yourself in prison, deported, or killed. Now somebody said if you want to talk about Christianity, I can hear you. I'm talking about Christianity because, listen, everybody, in order to compare, you need to talk about the opposite. You have to. Because if I read the Quran, which I have, sorry? Okay, my faith is between me and God, but my faith needs to, I'm not talking about ignorance.
I'm from Jordan. There's a mosque and there's a church right next to it. Okay? 25% of Jordanian people are Christians. They live in harmony.
Malaysia, Indonesia, they all have blasphemy laws. Every single Sharia. Okay, how about this? I'm not here to Sharia law. It's a standard by the Ummah of faith, the people in power, and you know that. You don't know about Sharia law? So tell me, is it right and just for me as a Christian to convert a Muslim into Christianity?
Everybody can make their own decision. You can convert whoever you want, or you can try to convince whoever you want. That's fine.
No, I want to ask you something because I'm actually educated in this. I'll tell you why. Because if you just do a quick Google search on blasphemy laws of Islam, all schools of thought of Islam say that if I convert a Muslim into Christianity in a Sharia-led country, I'm worthy of punishment, whether by imprisonment or even death, depending on the severity. Every single law. No. I challenge you to look on your phone. Look on your phone.
Listen, what's applied in Muslim countries and in Muslim communities is different than what you hear and what you see on Google.
Have you ever heard of Asia Bibi?
What?
Asia Bibi or Aisha Bibi? She had to leave Pakistan because everybody wanted to kill her. She was accused of saying something bad about Prophet Muhammad. The reason why I came into this discussion, and maybe you don't know, is because I was sharing about why Christianity is different.
But the problem is you're being ignorant and you're talking about Muslims, you're talking about bombs and Saudi
Talking about Hindus, I was talking about atheists, I was talking about everybody else comparing Christianity. It's called comparative religion.
But if you believe in God, you believe in love, you believe that everybody should live in harmony, we should be nice to each other, but the way that you talk about other religions, it's basically a way to approach people. If you really want to spread your religion, which is the same as mine, same as the Jew.
What religion are you?
Christianity, the Jewish people, and Muslims.
Are you Christian?
I believe in God.
You believe Jesus died on the cross for your sins?
No, I don't believe
It's
so.
not the same religion.
Okay, but do you believe in God? Yes, you do. I believe in God. Jewish people believe in God. So don't talk about bombs and Saudi Arabia and about the flag with the sword. That's just, you provoked us, yeah?
How did I provoke you? There is a sword on the Saudi flag.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, do you agree with the sword on the Saudi flag?
I don't give about the sword and the Saudi flag. I just don't like.
I don't have to swear how much.
I talk the way I want to talk, okay?
So I want to talk how I want to talk as well. I'm comparing religion.
I want to have a coffee.
You want to have a coffee? You know, that's
He's
fine.
gonna talk about.
I don't know why you need to swear.
You're
But it's
educated. You're
unnecessary.
educated from Google. You're educated from Google.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
You know where I get my educated from.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Why do you feel like you have to put that? I mean, you're telling me about talking about other religion and saying it's a SHIT way of communicating, but you're the one putting me down. Like, you're saying
But
I'm
I don't
googly
stand in the street.
educated.
I don't stand in the street and speak about bombs and stuff like that as if that's what Muslims do.
I don't know what you do, but you don't have to put me down and insult me.
I don't bomb. I don't didn't bomb anything. That's I know. For sure.
I never said you
that.
bombed anything.
Talk about Christianity all you want. Talk about Muslims, Hindus, or whatever.
But do it in a nice
But
way.
do it
Highlight
so,
a nice
so,
way.
so we
Highlight
are
the
brought
love.
together, we're not separated. You didn't say, you know,
We're the
we
same.
can talk
We
about
all believe
Ramadan.
in God.
And how,
Did Jesus die on the cross?
I believe in God and you believe in
Did
God.
Jesus
Just
die on the
highlight
cross
that.
for you?
Highlight
I don't
that.
believe a God
Do you
can
believe
die on
Jesus
the
died on the
cross.
cross for you?
I believe
a God can die on the cross.
So it's not the same.
Muslims
So it's not the same.
Jesus, Jesus is a slave like me.
Jesus was against
like
idolatry.
anybody. He's like the
That's the
prophet.
problem.
You know, he was created by blood, by flesh, by bones, just like me and you. And he died, and he's just like me and
You
you.
do believe he died.
I believe in Jesus. Yeah, I believe
Do
he's
you
a
believe he
slave.
died on the cross for your sins?
Of course not. Of course not.
So we don't share the same beliefs. We don't share the same God.
Most important.
Because
most
what you're
important
saying
that we
to
believe
me.
in God.
Would you rather believe that Jesus was sent to heaven and saved by God rather than that he died on the cross? You think you need his blood to be saved?
We do need his blood to
Why?
be saved. And I'll tell you why. Because right now with
another
no,
discussion.
I'll tell you, no, it's very simple.
God sent his
You can't live.
Basic God sent
You
his
can't
son
even
to
live.
a suicide mission.
It's fair,
You
it's
can't
fair.
even live without something done. Do you know that?
They make Jesus an
Well, you tell
idol.
me. If can you live without meat?
Without meat?
Can you live without vegetables?
Can.
So if you don't eat meat or vegetables,
Both? Yeah.
you'll die, right?
Well, yeah.
So something needs to die for you to live.
In a way, that's a pretty uneducated way of putting it.
I was an educator. It's true.
It's not true.
Something has to die for you to live.
Educated from Google High School.
Okay, let me ask you, what's your education?
I have a master's.
If he
So
died
what?
for us, then he was
both have a master's degree.
simple.
What is your master's
He's
degree?
not die for nobody. Who's gonna die for people?
The problem is,
Okay, my master's degree is in religion, so I know more about religion
They are not
than you do
Christian.
because you're
Jesus
trained
was
in
against
business,
idols,
which
and
means that
they
you're
are
not
making him as
educated.
an
You're
idol.
Google educated
Go
in
to the churches
religion.
that-
Christianity is unique in that the messenger of Christianity, Jesus Christ, sent a message of love and forgiveness. Unlike,
so did the other prophet.
no, they didn't. You know why? Because first of all, Moses fought holy wars.
So what?
Muhammad fought holy wars.
So here's what I'm saying. If what I'm saying is true, if all the prophets sinned except Jesus, if all the prophets had a normal birth except Adam and Jesus,
Oh yeah.
if
So Adam,
Jesus was the one
more
taken
miracle.
up from God, but Muhammad died of poison,
so the other prophet.
and some other prophets died as well. But Jesus was taken up to God.
Yeah, because we believe his role is not done.
And Jesus is the one to actually destroy the most sinful person on the planet. The Dajjal. So Jesus, if you just look at that alone, Jesus was a miracle worker.
Yeah.
Muhammad wasn't.
No, he was.
What was his miracle?
His miracle is the Quran. His miracle is the Quran.
Then every prophet had a miracle.
No.
Okay, but anyway, listen, man. Whether or not I'm not here, I can't force you to
we're
believe
not, we're
whatever
not
you believe.
discussing. We don't want to discuss.
This was
who's
a totally
right.
different
Yeah,
discussion.
we don't want to discuss who's right and who's wrong. Everybody has their own belief. We just want you as a good person, because I know you're a good person. Okay? I want you to bring people together rather than talk about Islam as being, or Hinduism or Buddhism as if they were bad religions. Just be neutral and promote your own religion. That's
And I ask
your
you a
right.
question, be honest.
Yeah.
If somebody commits shirk, are they going to hell?
God knows.
God,
We're not God.
I'm not. I cannot
We're not
judge.
God.
But you know
I
as a
cannot
Muslim.
judge. I
We're
cannot.
not
Every
God.
Muslim knows.
No.
If
That's
we
not
knew,
what
if we
I'm a
knew
Muslim.
God
I'm a
would make
Muslim.
us God,
I don't know.
He would make us
Yeah.
a part of Him.
Yeah, trust me.
We're not God. There's a reason why He is
I
special.
deal with this.
No, I know you do, and I know there are extremists that will tell you.
No,
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
about extremists. It's,
I know,
it's about what the Quran
and
says.
I know, and I know how people interpret. Everybody interprets Christianity, or all Christians interpret Christianity in a certain way. All Muslims interpret Islam in a different way. Okay, as a Muslim, okay, for me, I don't think so, and I don't believe that. But I know that He will be the one judging, and I know He's merciful. Okay, so
Here's what I'm
we don't
saying.
know what's going to
The
happen.
reason why I asked
I don't believe a good Christian. I don't believe a good Christian will go to hell.
I don't agree that I'm spreading hate by sharing. I'm comparing two religious perspectives. It's like
Because if you have a scholarship about Islam and you show me after you say those things and you show me, look, I'm a scholar in Islam. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then you can talk about Islam as much as you want, but you're not.
Okay? Christianity, you're not a scholar in Christianity either. But I'm not Christian. I'm not
But
nobody.
it's not more about like how much you know. Like obviously you know more about I guess like specific things in the religion and even in the Quran. I know more about other stuff, but it's like it's the way you say it. Like I have a master's in communication, so I can come and educate you and tell you you're communicating wrong. You know, like you're saying. I know you're not saying that. You're not saying every Muslim drop bombs, but you're saying we Christians we don't drop bombs. That's what you said. I have it on video.
Right.
And that just
And it's
provokes me.
Well, that guy in New Zealand.
That guy in New Zealand, he was such a.
He wasn't a Christian.
Well, he was.
No, actually, if you read
From
the
what he
article,
says, from what he says,
he was making satanic signs.
So, okay, so whoever, I can give you tons of examples. Also,
What about the guy in Quebec who killed
or the
60
guy in
people?
Norway, the guy in Norway.
So every guy. What about the guy in the
but
US
we're the
that shot
ones-
50 people?
Yeah,
All of them
and that's wrong. That's not even lining up. But I can say I can count over 109 verses from the Quran that justify violence in the name
I doubt
of
it.
Islam.
The same.
No, I can read it.
I doubt it.
You want me to read it?
If you read the context, read the
Okay.
context.
Do you know
no,
the
I'm not
entire
gonna do that
story
now.
of the context?
I know enough. Yeah.
Do you know
to
the entire context?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell somebody else, because honestly, we don't have time for this.
I have a question. I just have a question. So, didn't Muhammad kill people?
When it was self-defense, yeah.
Okay,
When
and
it was-
is Muhammad the person who the final person who God wants people to follow?
Yeah.
He's the example,
Yeah.
and he killed people.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think-
come, if
I think
come to
that-
your
I think-
house, if I
yeah,
come to your house with
yeah.
a gun or with a knife, wouldn't you want to kill me and defend your own people?
Sure, but that's a bad analogy. That's a bad
Why
analogy.
wouldn't you kill me?
That's a bad
though
analogy.
Jesus
Okay,
didn't teach
okay,
you.
sure. No, what I'm saying that
Sure, the
no.
other
First
thing,
of
you
all,
think
the Bible has context for that, right? It's like in the context, if somebody slaps you, of course you have to turn the other cheek. If someone
If I
disrespects
slap you right now, would you turn me the other
100%, I wouldn't hit you back. 100%. 100%.
Go ahead.
Facts.
But
Maybe I'll try dodging you or something, but honestly, I wouldn't hit you back.
About
Facts.
killing. Like if you have a wife, if you have children,
But I know what.
and he enters.
You see,
for
this
example,
is-
he wants to, but if
yeah.
he wants to come and rape your wife,
Yeah.
your 9-year-old daughter or whatever,
Defend.
and he wants to kill them
Yeah,
afterwards.
100%. Okay, Jesus-
And you're gonna say, "Oh shoot, I'm such a good Christian. I'm not gonna do anything."
You see, and this is the thing. The Bible.
You're not
Would you
gonna
like
do
to
that.
hear an
You're
ayah?
gonna kill him.
Okay. First of all, we want to hear him, but this is
No,
the
I
thing.
don't, because I don't know the context. I don't know the history.
Muhammad was invading other lands, killing thousands of people, taking slaves. They would rape a whole bunch of people, take slaves.
Muhammad would rape other people?
Yes.
That's not the Muhammad I know.
Go into the hadith,
Yeah.
right? Because now we're in the information age. You can look in the hadiths. You can look in the Quran. You can look and see. He was gonna read some verses from the Quran.
Yeah.
Muhammad was a warrior. This guy was a warrior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is the thing. I think
Not-
that,
not
and I think what
Muhammad.
Pastor
He was
David
not
was.
a rapist.
I think what Pastor David was trying to say. He had a 9-year-old wife. You know what I mean? And we're saying that's who God wants us to follow as the ultimate example. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I think Pastor David was saying is when you compare the way God calls you to live in Islam and Christianity and Hinduism, Jesus is the perfect example. In the Quran as well, Jesus is the perfect example of who we should follow, who we should reflect. His teachings, right?
Well, guys, what is it that you guys want? Like, would you like me to become a Christian or what?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah? Okay, so I'm telling you, I don't want to become a Christian,
Then you're on
okay?
your way to hell.
So I'm on my way to hell. Okay, it's fine. But that's fine. And I respect that you believe I'm going to hell. I don't believe you will ever go to hell. And no, you either.
But see, the Quran says we're gonna go to hell.
It's fine. Okay. So, no.
Somebody's gonna go to hell.
It's not out of context.
Who do you believe?
Hitler, Assad.
Why is Hitler gonna go to hell?
What?
Why is Hitler gonna go to hell?
Because he killed lots of people.
So did Muhammad.
Okay, not my Muhammad. And that's
Muhammad never
that's
fought
the
a
thing.
holy.
That's
No,
the
he
thing.
did.
That's the
So
thing.
did he kill anybody?
But Currently's like listen. They want.
But he's being honest.
I don't want to become a Christian. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. So.
But that's fine. It's your
yeah,
choice, right?
Yeah, that's.
I'm not here to force you.
So why are we still discussing? I want to have a freaking.
No, if you want to have a coffee, I'm not forcing you to be here.
Yeah, I'm making him stop, and you keep asking historical questions and.
Take care of
God bless you. Here, I want to give you this.
Take care of it. As you can see, people are ignorant about the facts, and even when you have the facts, two excuses come up. Number one, you're not qualified because you're not an Islamic scholar, but yet they're talking about Islam as though they have the facts. So I guess nobody's allowed to talk about it. Two, they don't want to hear it.
because, again, they're just not trained in it. They say that I'm talking with average Muslims and so forth like that, and they say, well, you know what, you should talk with the scholars. Well, look, the scholars that are talking about Islam all the time are not honest people, and to be honest, they're the ones teaching people falsehoods about Christianity over and over and over. How do I know that? Because I have Islamic booths out at Young and Dundas. We have videos all the time. People are still quoting the Bible to prove that Muhammad was spoken about by Jesus. And so the scholars of Islam are not scholars at all of religion. They're liars. They're liars. And why am I going to go to a liar that doesn't want to be saved? I'd rather preach the gospel to people that have a possibility of being saved. And we're seeing Muslims and people from all walks of life come to Jesus almost every day. So it's not that I don't want to talk with them. I think the only reason to talk to them is just to shut them down and to show them that they're liars. But to be honest, God sent me to preach the word to regular people so they can be saved. And my hope is that these people would accept Jesus Christ. In regards to this conversation about Islam and Christianity, I mean, everybody knows that Muhammad did wars, and maybe I should have come quicker with certain facts, but no matter which fact I spit out, they were denying the truth. So anyway, guys, this is the reality we're living in. People in denial, people in, unfortunate mindsets, and we just got to keep praying and reaching out to them.